Yeah, the number one deck in Marvel Snap right now is this absolutely crazy Sinister Six, like OTK list, I would call it, that has an absolutely obscene 0.9 average cube rate from rank 90 to infinite, making it an incredible deck to finish your ranked climb with. That is basically 0.22 cubes better than the next best deck, which is just absurd, like how much this deck can get you some crazy cubes. And it's, again, because it's this kind of one turn kill combo deck, which we basically never ever see in Marvel Snap. And I'm sure somebody out there popularized or made this deck. I don't know who it is, but if you know, of course, feel free to drop those details in the comments below. I just found this one on Untapped. But it's really creative and really cool, where basically you have a zero cost Wasp or Yellow Jacket in here that are very likely to be a part of your Sinister Six. So what you can do is basically save one of those until the final turn, right? And then play that plus Fastball Special and Adamantium Infusion to create this like crazy power spike out of absolutely nowhere, where basically that Wasp or Yellow Jacket will trigger something like, you know, a 40-45 power Sinister Six in play. The Fastball Special launches that over the opponent. That 40 power is usually enough to win a location, you know, 90% of the time or whatever, even more, 97% of the time or something, right? And then, of course, the 80 or whatever you get back from Adamantium Infusion is also enough. And the great part is the opponent has no idea it's coming or where it's going. Now, of course, as videos like this come out and as the deck becomes more and more popular, like, people will kind of know more what to expect, but they don't know where it's going because you don't have to pre-commit that Sinister Six. You can save it until that last moment, so they don't know where to put the points or where to plan around it. On top of that is the fact that they can't interact with your Sinister Six early. Like sometimes, you know, they could like Shadow King it if you did this on turn 5 and set up, like you'd have to do without those zero cost cards. You can also use stuff like Hope if you don't hit one of the zeros. I never really even had to follow on that backup plan. I feel like I always had what I needed there, but you know, if you have like a one drop you want to finish on or whatever, Hope can sometimes save you there. Or if you absolutely have to, you know, commit the Sinister Six on turn 5 sometimes, and then, you know, Fastball Adamantium is still going to work in some cases there. You also have Echo in here as kind of a counter, I think, to Cosmo, where you can play this down in that spot to make sure like a Cosmo does not prevent your on reveals from resolving. You do have 2 of them, I guess, so there's like some risk there, but still you want to make sure that doesn't cause you any problems. So yeah, and then of course card draw. Adam Warlock and Crystal in here. Adam Warlock in particular with some of the higher tempo stuff like Starbrand or even Crystal herself to get those draws to make sure you hit your Fastball and Adamantium, because that is obviously just a key component of this deck. It's pretty tough to win if you don't hit your combo, though not totally impossible, because you still can get really big Venoms and, you know, eat like Starbrands and Crystals, get like 20-25 power on your Venom and still do a Fastball Special Adamantium that can win. So you don't want to, but it's definitely a possibility. So all in all, I had a great run with this deck. It has absolutely crazy numbers, as you saw at large, with you know, already a notable sample size. The win rate's not crazy because things can go wrong, but if you snap well in particular, which means, you know, snapping before turn 6, you got to snap early when this one, as soon as you see it all manifesting, you can have some crazy big climbs. And if you catch somebody off guard who has not seen this deck, sometimes they might feel overconfident and just snap into you, and you can take 4 or 8 off them with that crazy surprise factor. So really, I think one of the first true kind of one-turn kill decks we've ever had in Marvel Snap. And man, sometimes it's super easy to win with this deck and super fun too, as you're about to see. Alrighty, let's go. Spider-Man is good on turn 1. Yep. We probably, I haven't played this deck much yet. Well, it's my first game. I haven't really played it at all. It's just, I mean, I've played Sinister Six decks, but not this specific list. But the way this is built with the zero cost cards in particular, and with the Fastball Special Adamantium Infusion, I think the goal of this deck is really to play more like a combo deck, where you're maybe trying to save one of these zero costs for the final turn, then summon your Sinister Six and Fastball Special it and Adamantium Infusion it all at once, using Echo to protect you from Cosmo in particular. That's what I see when I look at this list anyway, so that's nice actually there that Yellow Jacket is a dude. We can kind of just throw all these cards into Altar of Death now that I think about it, actually. We could also technically play the Sinister Six there, but that's not as good for Fastball Special unless the opponent also has that same line has something there, I mean. So we gotta be careful. I mean, you can put the adamantium infusion there, though, just to win that for sure. Also, we have 2 adamantium infusions. Oh, yeah, of course. Interesting. Starbrand and let's just do a Venom 2, I guess. And then how many am I on for Sinister Six, actually? 5. I gotta draw 1 more card, which will always be playable. I will say this is not as good for something like Adam Warlock, but I also just don't actually need Adam Warlock, and all of these cards getting destroyed is actually better for the Yellow Jacket so that he doesn't debuff anybody. This is a crazy first game, actually, like so far. We're gonna see how this goes. Adamantium Infusion I can actually, by the way, just use twice as well, I guess. It's kind of a fun idea. That makes your Sinister Six even bigger, technically, I guess. I'm just gonna have so much freaking energy. You're gonna resurrect a 20 power Starbrand. Is that worth it? Yeah, because you're gonna eat him anyway, I think. I think he still counts as okay, so Echo's good. Like I said, we can stop any kind of... Yeah, so next turn we just play Yellow Jacket, Fastball Special, Adamantium Fusion wherever. Actually, since I'm losing this Starbrand, I guess the Adamantium Fusion does probably go mid, but it doesn't have to necessarily. Echo's here just to protect against a Cosmo, which we can do everything left. That's fine. I mean, in theory, maybe you go right, just because left, like, kind of technically could maybe have enough points to beat a regular Sinister Six. I don't think that's gonna be true at all, but like in theory, it's closer, right? You want to make sure you have the win. So Echo here, Adamantium Fusion number 1 is going to bring back that Starbrand at 20, and he's still going to get eaten by Sinister Six, so this makes Sinister Six even crazy bigger, right? So then you go, like we said, Yellow Jacket, Fastball Special, and I think you probably just Adamantium Infusion mid. You could do it left as well. It's going to be big enough in either scenario, but mid just seems less interactive, maybe, I guess. And then I think you're fine right too. So yeah, this is the combo. Echo protecting us from Cosmo, like we said, so we don't have to worry about Cosmo. I mean, this is literally my first game ever with this deck, and it's like exactly what I wanted, you know? So I don't know how big the Sinister Six right is, but it's gonna be crazy big. And you can see with this being more of like a combo, kind of a, does that matter? No, that can never matter, right? Echo doesn't actually matter at all. She's still in the pool anyway, so it's actually better because now she's not debuffed, right? It's like an OTK, as you'd call it in a normal card game, like a one-turn kill, where you kind of go for the surprise factor, right? It's really, really insane, actually, that they don't know it's coming, and that's why the cube rate's so insanely high, right? And by the way, like, it does look like we would have been super close left, like I said, right? We got negative 32, they're at 25, so yeah, it would have been like a 7-point difference. It would have been kind of close and scary, so I'm glad we did indeed focus right there. It's insane. It's just out of nowhere. What a cool first game. That's perfect for the video. Like me learning the deck right alongside you guys and seeing it perfectly in action on my first try. Wow. Really, really cool. Bifrost, no big deal. Adam Warlock, okay. We love a 1-drop for you, Adam, but we didn't hit one. I'm so sorry. This is Dax Shepard, husband of Kristen Bell. Kristen Bell? What is that her name? Kristen Bell? Why do I think it sounds weird? Yeah, that's right. I remember it was Kristen, Kristen, I don't know. Never liked that guy, by the way. Just get a weird vibe from that guy. I don't know what it is. I'm not usually a hater, but it's not like a jealous hater thing either. Kristen Bell's great, like whatever, but that Dax guy always just rubs me weird, dude. I don't know, especially lately. I don't know. For a minute there, my wife like listened to his podcast, and I was like, I just don't really like this guy. I don't know. Am I a hater, guys? Anybody else get that vibe? Not to be hating publicly, you know. He's finding out now he's a huge Marvel Snap player. He loves my videos. He was gonna invite me on the podcast, but sadly now. Or maybe now he'll be even more motivated. He's like, I gotta convince Regis I'm a cool guy, which, you know, maybe you are. I don't know. It's just a vibe check. I have no idea. Just a vibe check. He's like one of those people who, like, I'm afraid, maybe they both are, honestly. Like, from what I've heard on the podcast, I'll explain my vibe check a little more in theory. I think some people use, like, overly positive, like, what I would call, like, therapy speak in a, like, manipulative way. I feel like that's what's happening with him. I don't know if that's true. Maybe we go, just like, does Clintar mess up my Sinister Six at all is what I'm wondering. Like, do I need to avoid that Clintar problem? I mean, I can kind of do all this stuff anyway. I don't even really, no, I do still need Adam Warlock. I don't have the Adamantium Infusion yet, but I guess I'm really kind of not drawing that anyway, so, I guess you could do this and just move Spider-Man out, right? This is kind of your best line, yeah. Bifrost goes off before Clintar, so this does not overcommit us, right? Which I was kind of worried about. Thanos coming down, but not that good yet. You know, some people just like talk in a way where they're like sounding super positive, but also it's kind of manipulative and like fake and like, I don't know. Again, you know, maybe that's not what's really happening. I don't know, but sometimes that it just feels wrong to me. I don't know. I think it's just not very realistic or like human. Like, there's nothing wrong with therapy. I love, like, therapy's great. A lot of people should be in therapy who aren't, probably, but it's more about like using it outside of that context in a way in personal relationships that's like feels manipulative sometimes. Anyway, this is a whole thing. I'm sorry. I don't. We don't need to be having this. I don't know what this conversation means. You know, I actually kind of just want to eat the Star Brand here. Maybe that makes my Sinister Six even bigger, right? I mean, I guess eating right though is even bigger than that. That said, Star Brand, if I leave him out, is kind of just some free points for the opponent, so maybe that's not ideal. Okay, yeah, I don't know where Wasp is going. Probably has to go mid or left. Dude, it's crazy that symbiote can still move. Wow. Thanos remembered his ability. That's cool. I guess it is on an on reveal, so it kind of makes sense. Like it's attaching it to the, like, you know, moment or whatever. Monster Punisher, sure, we checked that. Yondu, thankfully irrelevant at this stage. We have everything we need in hand. And I guess left is now looking like a pretty good spot to me. Opponent is probably thinking like, hey, I need to win mid and right. We can actually just take some more free points first, and then, you know what? You can even do a free yellow jacket. Why not? Then you're gonna Sinister Six, and I don't know. Maybe you go right. I think anywhere's fine. I think it's just gonna be enough points always. Right's looking like it's gonna be overkill, I guess, but I can't imagine them having enough left here either. Right? This is a lot of Sinister Six points. 41, in fact. Yep, that's insane. It's a perfect example of this game if they don't have Shadow King or something, right? God, even Shadow King would be close, by the way. Like, because Symbiote goes to 0. Oh, baby! Oh, my God! We dodged the Shang-Chi! Oh, that is definitely a Dax card, buddy. Whoa, he really does watch. Oh, no. That is scary. Oh, so this was a much closer game than we realized. Wow. Just lucky position dodge there, man. I can't believe I have to include this game in the video now. There's gonna be a bunch of people in the comments like, you're wrong, or you're right, Regis. I have the same vibes. Okay, Spidey, get out ahead there for Adam Warlock, man. We're gonna maybe, actually, you know what? No, let's put Spidey mid to move him right to buff Adam Warlock, right? That's better, I think. Opponent may be more inclined to play mid on turn 2, since we're trying to get that lead on turn 2. Oh, that's kind of cool for us, though. Maybe we just do this. Putting the Wasp in does potentially break the surprise factor a little bit later, but I guarantee the card draws pretty much. I mean, not guaranteed. I don't know. I don't know. I think this works too, right? I don't think the opponents, I don't know. I think this is fine. Like, the points also do help for the record, but I think this is fine. Just go Crystal here to really support right. Make sure we have everything. We can use Wasp or whatever later with Josie's. That's fine. Oh, copy for opening hand. Ah, there's another 0. So that's actually perfect. Now we can do this if we want, but do we want to support Adam still? I think we want to support Adam still. So Let's chill. Do we go for a copy of our opening hand? It's probably not really that useful, but at the same time, like, I don't think it hurts us, right? You get 3 cards, right? Not 4? If you get 4, it does hurt us, but if you get 3, it's fine. Yeah, you get 3, okay. It's just kind of like free points, maybe? I don't know. I don't know if we have enough energy necessarily for all this. I guess this does kind of still waste a draw, technically, but now I don't even need it. I'm just done. I just literally don't even need a draw. So now I can actually just use a fastball special for fun. Oh, no, I can't. We only have 1 fastball special. I need... Well, I have 2 adamantium infusion, so like a venom would be wicked cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is fine, I think. We gotta go there, but we don't care at all. We're just not even... I mean, I need to play a crystal next turn, basically, but that's fine. Maybe you play the crystal now, because Adam Warlock's not really that useful, eh? Yeah, that's probably better. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the extra cards weren't really... I don't know if I'm even gonna play them, right? Like, I guess I kind of technically play crystal, maybe? Star-Lord's a big hit. I mean, hopefully none of these points really matter at all, honestly. Venom? Okay, Venom's actually kind of free, but I can't really... You know, there's like nothing... I just eat a Adam Warlock, which is not really doing anything. Yeah, I mean, it's literally just Yellow Jacket left, fastball special, and then probably adamantium infusion mid, I think. Do you go for the fire here, adamantium infusion? I don't know yet. It kind of doesn't really matter. I can go wherever I want, so... Well, I can't go right, I guess, actually. We can go anywhere but right. Maybe you go mid, and maybe you stack the infusion on the fire hair, because she has the potential to be pretty big, right? Silver Sable copied. Interesting they went for the Silver Sable instead of the Fire Hair copy. I do find that a little intriguing, yes. Echo, kind of not relevant. Super crazy debuff too is funny. Yeah, I think, based on what I'm seeing on a point distribution standpoint, we should probably adamantium infusion here. Well, you know what? I really wish I could fastball special right, because... What are we going to be at, by the way? How many points are we looking at? 12, 19, 21, but this is actually 0, so 21 is 42? I mean, that should actually be pretty fine. You definitely cannot fastball special left. That doesn't feel like enough points to me. You're behind by too much. It's just really a question, do you adamantium infusion right or left? I mean, I guess you should just do it right, because, like, why risk it, you know? Why risk it, honestly? Mid is going to be the weird breakpoint. By having 3 cards right, we've kind of created a little bit of a hiccup there. Oh, we're bigger than I thought because the Yellow Jacket actually got buffed, I guess. I've been thinking about Josie's played with a skill still works based on the wording. It does say card specifically. We're going to be fine, right? Oh, we're definitely fine if that's moving. Yes, we're 1,000 times fine. Even fine before, I think, anyway. Because we got 34, they would have only had 24, right? So, yeah, this combo is just so crazy, dude. It just like always works. I don't know, man. It's like working way better than I thought. It just kind of always works. I don't know. The surprise factor also seems like dramatically higher than I thought too. Like no one is seeing this coming. I guess maybe after, you know, videos come out or whatever. I mean, there might already be a video about this somebody else could have made because it's on Untapped, right? It's a pretty popular deck on Untapped. So I'm not like the creator of this deck. I have no idea who made it, but you know, as more and more people see it anyway, it might feel a little less good. Saul Goodman. That's funny. I never watched Better Call Saul. I watched Breaking Bad. I know people like it, but it just seems like such a monumental undertaking, honestly. So this Thanos is just like completely dead to us. We don't, I mean, well, not completely dead. It has one preloaded shot, which is purple shot. So it's, I mean, it's a 5/11, which honestly, I guess in theory, a 5/11 is not as bad as you might think. I'm gonna save the Wasp for now, just to make sure we have our combo set up here, basically. Nebula, giving him some bonus energy. I really think Altar of Death benefits every other deck more than us, because we just don't have curve concerns. Like, we just, you know, our deck is so cheap. I just don't think, oh, losing our Wasp breaks our combo. We are dead. We lose the game. GG, dogs. Yeah, I mean, I think that's true. Maybe we could just make a really big Venom and go that route. I would need, well, Thanos, kind of. If I get enough energy, I could do a Thanos, Crystal, Warlock, Venom. But I need to do that early enough, so I kind of have to go Altar of Death into turn 5 to play the Thanos Venom. I need 8 on 5 to make sure I can do those together. So that I have space for Fastball Special Adamantium Infusion later, which I needed to find Adamantium Infusion, so that's actually a relief. Oh, we also have Starbrand, which does make the math even easier, maybe. He is smaller, though, than... But you could do both, actually, now. Let's see, next turn I'd have only 7, though. That's not enough, so maybe you can't do both. I take it back. So I guess you do this. Next turn you play these two together, and then you just set up for your combo, right? It might hold, actually. I don't know. It's it would be nice if we could do the Fastball Special on Altar of Death, but you know, we can't really, and they're not gonna have any points there. I don't think so. Like, we might still be susceptible to a Hulk, basically. But you know what? You know what? Maybe I could have played Spider-Man off and just won Altar of Death for free with Spider-Man. But Thanos is a little bit of a problem there. And I need the energy, too, to get this full set, so... I don't think that plan makes as much sense. They did lock in here, though, actually. So now, minus the Misty Knight buffs, this might be a little bit more solvable. I can also now just throw in an Echo for some free points, too. Okay. Yeah, this... Is it gonna be enough? No, it's still not enough, right? It's 11, 17, 19, 22! Oh, it's enough if no Misty Knight buffs go right. Oh, shoot. Is there ever a world where I need to go Venom off axis then over here? Do I need to do it this way? 11 and 2 is 13, 16, negative 16. It just doesn't seem like enough, right? Dang it, dude. We could also go for a little bit of a combo here too, maybe. Can I play all of this on the final turn? I'd have 8. No, I can't unless I kill the Starbrand. But if I kill the Starbrand, then I don't have... No, I mean, it's definitely this. You just have to hope the Misty Knights don't proc, I think. I don't know. Or if they do proc, they don't go right. Any Misty Knight right, I instantly am in tiebreaker status instead of... And if two Misty Knights go right, I just lose, right? So... Misty Knights don't go right. That's already game over. Okay, do I have any other way to get points? No. I've lost my Wasp, so Sinister Six doesn't go off. Yeah, this just doesn't work, sadly. You have to do this and go for tiebreaker, I guess, which actually, I mean, maybe that holds. I don't know. Hulk could be big enough, but... Oh, it's just Angle Bomb! I think we just win tiebreaker! I think we just win tiebreaker probably, right? We for sure do, because we only have 24. I was scared Hulk would be too big for this to work, but I think it's going to be totally fine. I think it's going to be totally fine. That is actually insane. We have a 43-point lead. They have a 28-point lead. Wow. Completely bailed out of a terrible game where we lost our win condition. Wow. Okay, cool. Tiebreaker was the path all along. If they'd had like a, you know, 20 power Hulk, we actually still look like we might have held. I didn't think the numbers would be there, but like Cyclops is so bad, you know, he's not hitting anything. They don't really net that many points. So like Hulk would have been maybe 11 extra points or something, right? Would have been 39 and we had a 43. So yeah, actually, okay, cool. That was nice. That was a really good little steal. Okay, Altar of Death. Is that the featured location today, man? I feel like I've seen it like 7 times already. So I've played 3 games, seen it twice, but that feels like 7 times. It must be, right? It's super rare otherwise, so kind of crazy. It doesn't hurt us at all in the stack. It's fine. We wouldn't say we like particularly benefit a ton because we don't need a lot of energy or anything. Probably actually more likely that opponents benefit than we do. Yeah, maybe we throw in this Wasp just to help secure the Adam Warlock a little bit more. I mean, in theory, if you wanted to, you could also do this and hope that holds, but, nah, I want to save one of these guys for the, you know, for the combo later. We can just throw in the Starbrand mid next turn, too, to make sure we win. But hopefully 3 holds. It does not hold. Dang it, dude, I would have been better right. I'm so sad. Because I really need some cards right now. That is the truth. Fractured Frontier, no problem. We don't care about that at all. Oh, it's good. I was thinking -2 power for some reason. It really didn't do anything on a yellow jacket either way, I guess. Whatever. Starbrand to get some card draw because we still need to find another dude, and we need to find fastball special, of course, now too. So thank God for Starbrand. We'll save the yellow jacket for combo pop off later. Combo acquired. So now it's just about dudes, which is fine. We're gonna always draw a dude here. So yeah, I think we just put our Sinister Six left. Well, I don't know. We need them to have a card there for that, though, actually. So we got to do it right, I guess. Which kind of makes the yellow jacket worse. But I'm literally just, like, passing next turn. I don't think I have anything at all to do. Boy, that Maverick sure would be cool, man. If I'd known I was going to get fastball special so early, I wouldn't have locked in this location because I'd love to hit that Maverick with the debuff here. It's gonna have to be right. I just hope it holds. I don't know. There's some kind of crazy buff deck. I'm not sure what exactly. I mean, I'm thinking maybe a Brood goes left. But you can't really risk that as far as your debuff is concerned, I don't think. Oh my good lord, dude. Jubilee's crazy, actually. I don't know if we're gonna have enough points, man. Hear me out, right? I think we gotta do it that way. Where are we at? It's 15, 19, 21, 33. I don't think I win a tiebreaker is the only problem if they don't end up with a card left. I'm just thinking they like have to have Brood in this deck, right? And they're just definitely gonna play a Brood. The problem is if the Brood is like 36, it's actually still just not enough, but I don't really trust right either at like 30. I mean, maybe you could trust right. Oh God, maybe I gotta trust right actually, but it's debuffing the hope. But maybe you gotta trust right and go Adamantine Fusion in case they go Brood left. This is kind of backwards if they don't have a Brood, but I think they should have a Brood. It's just how big is it, right? Did it get hit by Jubilee? That's pretty unlikely. I may regret this. I may regret this flip, or I may not. The Brood is big, but we would have been fine either way. We're fine either way. We're fine either way. Oh, the Shaw was actually the threat mid. Okay, that's super scary, dude. That's really, really scary. Oh, we're fine. We're fine. This actually held either way, since they went mid so hard. I mean, I don't know. Looking at that Shaw and the size of the Brood, we probably still should have technically flipped. I don't know. You know, because like if Shaw had gone right, we lose this game. Unless we go Sinister Six. That Galactus emote, by the way, you guys couldn't see it probably because I have it cropped out or whatever, but it's backwards. He says okay, and it's backwards if you're the enemy. It's weird. They didn't remember to flip that one, which I get in game dev. There's so many little things that we're like, in our game, we were like, oh yeah, we need to flip that when it's on the opponent's side of the board. I get it, but you know, you see them, like, you know, we've done it. I'm sure we missed some here and there, but there were also there's two of us. 200 of us. Anyway, never mind. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. All right, Adam Warlock. White Palace, they're getting a crystal. I would love for them to play it. We're getting a death, which also looks insane. Might not be irrelevant to us either, for the record. So do you play the Wasp here for the Adam Warlock hit, or do you just hold it for the... I think you can hold. I think we'll be all right. We already have one combo piece. I think we'll be okay. Ooh, Cable cannot... Can he steal a skill? Yes, he can. Oh, boy. That could break the deck right away. Oh, that's usually great news, actually. He stole the Sinister Six! Because nobody's green anymore. Is this a joke? Well, now we really need Venom specifically. Oh my God. The Adam Warlock Marrow too. Are you kidding me? This is brutal, dude. We have to find Venom now to win the game, right? He's never gonna catch up on his own, but actually with a Spider-Man, you might be able to pull him back. Death can resurrect some of these guys too, I guess. I don't know, the Yellow Jacket, I just like wanted to get him out of the way, basically. I really have have to find Venom. I'm thinking I'm just gonna play Death mid next turn and hope that that throne room is big enough with Venom, right? But I really, really, really have to find Venom, and I hope this opponent plays a Crystal for me as well. That would be so sick. Jane just dunking on my Adam Warlock again, dude. Stop. God, stop it! I need that Venom. If you steal my Venom, I'm gonna be so tilted. Adam Warlock is just fighting for his life, dude. -9, dude. Oh my god. Hey, it's Venom. Let's freaking go. All right, we're just gonna do this now so that we can do this next turn, right? Yeah, I mean, Venom, dude, these Janes have made it hard to make the Venom big enough, but I think in theory it might be. I don't know. What are we at? 10, 11, 14? Yeah, Misery is 10, so yeah, for now it's enough. Death could maybe change that. I don't remember what's in the death pool. Also, the marrow is not connecting yet. Hopefully, no. Cable again, we don't care anymore. It's actually fine now. Jane again. Oh my god. Stop. Hit your own cards, Jane! We're still fine for now. We're not going to have priority, though, so the Venom could get smaller before we destroy it, right? That would be the issue here. So I think you have to go like this, but you do, I mean... The problem is, like, the 24 here, oh, that's such a problem. The 24, like, it's great, but if they just play, like, a 10 power card, they're gonna get plus 20 anyway. I don't know how big of a card they have mid. Oh, see, that's already made the Venom too small. We just, hold up, they're all actually the same, but it's just too many points. Yeah, that's just still too many points. They have the 24 like we talked about. Yeah, dude, the fact that everybody was, like, the same number of points there is kind of crazy, by the way. So yeah, GG. Yeah, that's a tough one, dude. I mean, stealing our Sinister Six is pretty insane, to be honest, dude. Cable doing work. They're kind of playing a deck almost like I played. It's a little bit trolly, but not quite. All right, yeah, let's actually go, well, we don't need to do it now. Let's just wait, I guess, but maybe use it for a Hope juice, if anything. I'm actually kind of surprised Hope's in this deck. I haven't felt like I need that extra energy at all because the curve is so low. I'm trying to think, is there, you know, like, I guess you can kind of go for like a crazy surprise factor where you just dump like, you know, everything on the final turn. I mean, I feel like, in other words, it's been enough, I think, to just dump a Wasp plus, you know, fastball Adamantium, but I guess you don't always have Wasp or Yellow Jacket in your pool, so that probably does change the math if you don't have those. Maybe the Hope's there for those backup scenarios where you need to like weave in an Echo, Spider-Man, or Adam Warlock or something maybe for the surprise factor. So Limbo is actually not great for us, right? We just don't like scale any extra points. There's nothing extra in the tank for us, basically. But a big Venom here is actually really quite good, though. Because you kind of get to double dip on the points, right? So you still get to use your Star Brand and Hope, you know, and Hope, but you also now get those Venom points on top. Same for the Zombie Horde, I guess, for now. Well, I guess you're playing Adam Warlock mid and hoping to hit. I mean, well. Oh, opponent's just gone? Why? I guess they didn't have a good Shuri play? I don't know why. I'm really surprised. We were gonna have a pretty good setup here as soon as we found our fastball, which hopefully Adam Warlock finds. So Wasp is our final activator, so that's perfect for later, you know. All right, Adam Warlock, sure, yeah. I think even if you send the Sinister Six over, it still works, doesn't it? Like you can pull it back. I wouldn't want to do that specifically with Adam Warlock, right? But other dudes, it might be okay. We probably go Adam Starbrand first, right? I think so. Archangel, okay. Grand Central should not be a big problem no matter what. Let's get some cards. Need to find those combo pieces. Haven't seen Archangel at all, by the way, ever. Like, I just never see this card, despite the fact that I still think he's pretty good. He is like a 2/9 plus, man. I just like don't get why people just don't love that card more. He seems so broken to me, man. I don't know. This does not feel like the kind of deck that's gonna have a Cosmo, but we can still just maybe do this, right? Oh, actually, we want to probably do the Yellow Jacket. Save the Wasp. She's better for later. Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking for Adamantium Infusion, which seems very likely to be found here. I guess Grand Central does present some risk to us. Like, do we need to go off earlier? Because Grand Central could pull the fastball special and ruin our plans? Yeah, we might actually have to, and we're gonna always draw Adamantium Infusion anyway. You know, just to be like extra safe here, I think you kind of have to. You can also Venom first, which is pretty cool, because that's gonna give you... Oh no, Venom's not in the pool, but it does just lock in some free points for you, basically. So yeah, I think you do this. I hope this pulls back the Yellow Jacket and we didn't break our deck. I don't know that for sure, but I am hoping that's true. I don't want to debuff the Yellow Jacket, of course, just in case. If this doesn't work, I might have screwed myself, man. Venom eating the Archangel. Okay. Maybe they're gonna res it with death or something. That's pretty cool, actually. That's pretty cool. Whoa! They are definitely gonna res it with death. I am screwed because I don't have any negative points. The Venom cleared out my dudes, dude. I don't have any negative points mid, so I have to now rely on Venom specifically because shoot, I'm just missing that negative 31, right? Like, that's so brutal, dude. Shoot, dude. I guess you just have to play Spider-Man right and Adamantium Infusion mid, and maybe you hope for like a Giga Lucky tiebreaker, and of course you just hope somehow right holds. They also can't actually play a card left, so you just have to hope right holds here, man. Come on, Death. Do not put anything left. Put it all mid. Put it all mid, Death. No! You've already screwed me. Anything going right now to... Oh! How? That's fine. That's fine. It's too tiny. It's too tiny! Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Whew. Death always screws people, dude. That's her biggest problem, is she sucks. She just sucks. That's what's wrong with Death, dude. Oh my god, that's funny though.